Now that you have the list, I guess you're wondering, what do I do with it? Well, you should approach this list with the idea that you can gain access to motivated sellers. You have an advantage with this list because this database that we use, it has the homeowner's information and it also has the tax buyer's information, which means you can go both routes. You can go one route or the other. You can say, hey, I'm going to reach out to the homeowner, or you can say, hey, I'm going to reach out directly to the tax buyer. Either way it goes, you now have access to people that can be potential motivated sellers. Why? Well, let's look at example number 1. If you reach out to the homeowner, this individual has not paid their back taxes and they're approaching the period where that time frame is ending. That time frame that allows them to pay their back taxes is ending. And when it ends, according to Illinois state law, the tax buyer then has the right to tax foreclose on the property. And when you tax foreclose on the property, it trumps most liens. Not all liens, but most. So for example, if there's a mortgage on the property, taxes trump mortgages, which means during the tax foreclosure process, if the mortgage company does not, if the bank or the mortgage company or whoever does not respond, then they run the risk of losing out on their asset. I won't get too deep into that. That's where you can speak with an attorney, and also I'll have another video with more information on it, but that's just to give you an example. However, if you decide to reach out, going back to the homeowner, I got off track, but if you decide to reach out to the homeowner, you can work out a deal with them to prevent them from having a tax foreclosure on their record. You can offer them some money to relocate, to leave, and then you let them know that they don't have to worry about any of the liens on the property, as long as they don't have any federal liens. Again, that's a different video. Federal liens don't get wiped out during the tax foreclosure process. Again, you want to speak with an attorney on that. Moving on, you can think about scenario number 2, which is to reach out directly to the tax buyer. This is the individual that has gone to the auction and they invested money in the back taxes in hopes of receiving a return on their investment. Oftentimes, large companies with lots of money or investment groups, they get together and they go to these auctions and they pull together a bunch of money and they just buy up a bunch of liens, usually sight unseen. And they have the mindset that at some point someone's going to pay the back taxes, and when we look at our inventory, if no one's paid the back taxes, then we have an exit strategy. And that exit strategy is usually wholesaling those properties to investors like you that are looking for off-market real estate. So you're pretty much ahead of the game, because what you're going to do is you're going to reach out to them. A lot of times these people already have their buyers list built up and they're always looking to add more. You're going to reach out to them and you're going to say, hey, I noticed that the homeowner, they haven't redeemed their taxes. What do you want to do with this property? And at that point, you'll work out a deal with them. These companies sometimes have in-house attorneys that are familiar with the tax foreclosure property. So they'll work out a deal with you where you don't even have to worry about becoming an expert in the tax foreclosure process. All you have to do is sign a contract, let their attorneys do their job, close, and get deeded the property. Now, other times people might say, well, we're just looking to sell our tax lien position. And that's okay if they take that route. And then that's when you'll hire your own attorney who will go through the tax foreclosure process, and then you'll end up getting deeded the property.